going to show you a different recipe. It's not a Portuguese recipe, but it is just as popular in my home, or every time I make, everybody just loves it. It's called lemon chicken piccata. I do mine with chicken breast, but if you don't care for the chicken breast, you can also do with the boneless chicken thighs. It works the same way. Been marinated in buttermilk. I also put some lemon chicken pepper, which is this, if you're not familiar. This is what I use. So I put the buttermilk, and I put some of the the lemon pepper, and let it marinate it for a couple hours. Don't need to be overnight or anything, just a couple hours. I let it marinate in the refrigerator, and then when I'm ready to cook, I take it out, and then I do a dredge. This is 1 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of the lemon pepper. And in here I have a little bit of oregano, maybe half a teaspoon, and half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. But if you don't care for oregano, or you can substitute for thyme, it works just as good. So, you know, and you can leave it out. Doesn't matter if it stays out, if you can leave it out if you don't care for it. So anyway, in my skillet, I'm gonna put some olive oil. You want enough because you kind of want to coat. You're gonna fry this chicken, and let me turn my stove on. And some butter. There's about 2 tablespoons of butter in there. So I'm gonna let this melt and get hot. And meanwhile, I'm gonna dredge my chicken. Okay, dredging my last piece of chicken. And these are big pieces of, when I buy them in the store, these are huge chicken breasts. What I do is I cut them in half. I cut them lengthwise because they're so big. I mean, my husband even has a hard time eating one of them, so they're really big. So my oil should be hot. So now, all I'm gonna do is put my chicken. Let me bring my camera down so you can see. You can see what I'm doing. And I'm not gonna crowd the pan. I'm gonna let those two cook. And you wanna cook them all the way through. But let's say if you want to make this ahead of time, which is what I do sometimes, I don't cook it all the way through. I do everything, then put my sauce, and then I put it on warm on my oven, and then it'll finish cooking the rest of the chicken. So that way, if you want to keep it warm, and if you had cooked all the way through and you put it in the oven, you're going to dry the chicken. But with this chicken, you don't get that much dry because it's been the marinating in buttermilk. It tenderizes the chicken. It makes the chicken really tender. So I'm going to fry these, and then when they're done, I'll come back and I'll show you what comes up next. Here I have my last piece of chicken. I'm going to take it out and let it rest over there. I'm going to dump some of this oil. I don't need all this. I already did its job. Now, in here, I'm going to put, I have 2 tablespoons of garlic in here that I crushed. And you just want to kind of stir this a little bit around. Don't take your eyes off of it. I'm gonna put this is a can of chicken stock. That's that. I have here a teaspoon of lemon zest. I zest the lemon before I squeezed. Then I have here 1 lemon juice, 1 lemon the juice squeezed. So I always zest the lemon before I squeeze because it's hard to zest the lemon. So now this, I'm going to bring it to, just going to start bubbling it up. And this makes a really nice lemony sauce. So I'm going to serve this with rice, but you can serve with any kind of pasta, any spaghetti would be good, fettuccine would be good, you know, the noodle, or mashed potatoes. But I'm going to serve with just steamed rice. My family likes it that way. So I'm just going to let this come to a bubble. And then I'm going to add some heavy whipping cream. And that, I'd say probably, I'm going to try and say maybe a half a cup. And I'll put that in. Like I said, if you make this recipe for your family, and don't get alarmed if you think once you put the cream, because it has the lemon juice, it start curling it up, that's fine. That doesn't mean the sauce is bad. That's the lemon juice doing its thing. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. I haven't salted this. So salt it to taste. I'm gonna put a half a teaspoon, and then I'll taste and see what I have. Like I said, I made this quite often for my family, and it goes every time. There's never nothing left. And then all you do is you keep this warm in your oven. I'm gonna put a little bit more cream. So I'd say maybe 3/4 of a cup of cream. Okay. Then I have here some chopped parsley. So put that in. It's very easy. And I guess in a way I have never tried, but you can use the same process if you wanted to do with fish. Instead of using chicken stock, I would use vegetable stock or white wine. I would use probably white wine. Pinot Grigio would be good. Okay, and then this is capers. I'm gonna put about a teaspoon, a big teaspoon capers. Maybe a little bit more. You put it according to what you like. So anyway, so I'm gonna bring this to a simmer. When it comes to a simmer, I'll show you. Okay, and here I'm back. My sauce is done. I tasted, it's perfect with salt. So now all I do is pour over my chicken. I'm gonna cover with foil and then keep it warm in my oven. And here you have lemon chicken piccata. Delicious. You gotta try. And don't be stingy on the sauce, because this sauce it will set more, and you're gonna need that sauce to spoon over your rice or over your noodles or whatever it is you make. So anyway, and here you have another recipe from my kitchen. And please comment on my recipes. If there's something you would like to see, let me know. And please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate all the comments and all the subscriptions. It's very much appreciated. So until next time, thank you from Angela's Kitchen.